worked with Ro for several years, too many in fact, but at HashRocket, and he has a pretty nifty little script for getting your environment set up. Says near flawless, as long as you do things the way Ro does things.
Yes.
So it's really handy, and he's gonna quick go through his script. Don't worry if you don't catch all the details. If you want to have your machine set up like Ro would set it up, which would be pretty much the way that everybody at HashRocket would have done it, then stop in the Rotunda studio until noon today. He's going to be in there and helping you through your installs. If you have any questions, if you have something that's misbehaving or whatever, come down, talk to Ro, and he'll try and help you. Without further ado, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Without further ado, Rogelio, Samour from HashRocket.
Cool. So who am I? Again, my name's Rogelio, R-O-G-E-L-I-O, just like that. You can call me Ro if you can't pronounce my name. I'm a solutions barista at HashRocket. I have been a Linux sysadmin, a software engineer in Tall for a longish time. That's my Twitter, my email, if you want to email me. That's my blog, which is important because at the end of this, you'll need to go to that blog post to kind of follow how to install stuff if you want to follow what I'm saying. It's my GitHub. I have a few things there. And that's it for me. Now, pay attention. Lights down, please.
Medium turkey chili. Medium crab bisque. I didn't get any bread. Just forget it. Let it go.
Excuse me, I think you forgot my bread.
Bread, $2 extra.
$2, but everyone in front of me got free bread.
You want bread?
Yes, please.
$3! What? No soup for you.
So you may be wondering, what does that have to do with anything? Absolutely nothing. Except for it kind of resembles the first title of the talk and then the second whatever. No sudo for you. So let's dive right in it. Today, our mission is, and there's supposed to be sound there, but there's no sound. Yes. No sudo, the final frontier. To explore a near perfect development environment, to seek out cases for sudo. To boldly go where no developer has gone before. Not really. Well, you may learn some other stuff along the way, but here we go. Now, let's dive right in it because I really don't have much time left. So sudo does have its place. Sudo, multi-user environment, you know, when you're running stuff like this, you'll see when fry the user runs without sudo, it just says that root ran that command. But when you use sudo, it kind of leaves some accounting and stuff. So it has some, you know, it has its place. It allows you to install trustworthy tools and stuff like that. So the question is, why no sudo? So this is you. Sudo really doesn't have a place in your development environment. First of all, most of us use OS X and Ubuntu, and they have their default password. They don't even set it for their root. So this forces us to use weak passwords. And you know, sudo can mess you up if it's something that you don't, I mean, you're really messing with stuff at the system level. So it installs gems on your system environment, and it's not compatible with our VM, which we're about to talk about in a second. So here it is. Debian, this is one of the things that it's kind of missing, right? Debian and Ubuntu have app, Gentoo have Portage, which is awesome. I love Portage. In Mac OS X, we have nothing, really. And don't tell me Mac ports because, you know. I know, exactly. So this was truly the missing package manager for OS 10. Who here uses Homebrew? Well, I'm preaching to the choir then. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. Anyway, Homebrew, pretty cool stuff. The needed goodies, though, for Ubuntu Debian, you need, curl, Bison, build extension, all that stuff. For OS 10, you need Xcode, misspelled, boo, oh well, and then Homebrew. And for both, you need Vim. Who here uses Vim? Who here doesn't use Vim? All right. Oh. You need to install Firefox and Chrome, and then whatever, MySQL, Mongo, Cassandra, a text file, and then whatever else. So the biggest thing is, this is what I wanted to rush to get to this part, is RVM. RVM has really made it very, very easy for me when I'm building a library to test it in different Ruby versions, right? So what it is, it stands for Ruby Version Manager. It's a command line tool and installs multiple Ruby's interpreters. It manages, this is the biggest part to me, managing the sets of gems for a Ruby version. You can run stuff over each version of Ruby, which is great. This right here is what happens when you sudo gem install. This is actually from somebody's computer. Yeah, I know. Don't stare at it. So when you have stuff like that, like 4 different Rails versions, and like dating all the way back to, I don't know, 1.2.6. So the cool thing about RVM is that it isolates all the gems. You can do it per version, right? So you can have on a project, you can say, well, this project's going to have this gem set, right? But even on top of that, you can say this version's going to have this gem set, right? And you can run commands like this, which will say, hey, just run my specs on 186 and 192. 186, this is an example, right? Which I normally would do in a demo, but I don't have time for a demo. In 186, the array didn't have count, so you couldn't say count, right? But after 187 and above, then it's in there. But that kind of bit me one time, and I was like, you know what? This is perfect for that, because it would have picked it up, right? Everything is in its own little .rvm hierarchy, so you can just blow that away and then start over. So it's pretty cool. Again, do you guys have any questions? Good. The idea is that I'm going to be in the room where we have lunch / connect our computers to the cables. Coffee. Yes, coffee. And so if you want to just come hang out, we can kind of walk through what I do. Hey, Josh. What's up? I hadn't seen you. Yes?
Are you using bin stubs?
No. You and I, we should talk. Yeah, definitely.
There's some cooler stuff you can do so that the binaries will actually be versioned. So you can use the version of RSpec binary you want. If you're using Bundler, there's some little hacks you can do.
Right, yeah. And we do use Bundler with all this stuff. So again, the blog, theremug.com, that's where I have all these. Most of the stuff is just like installs and how to do it.
Or you can just search for the install.
Yes, the very, very modest and humble the install, and then my name, and then you'll find it. The end.
First and foremost, EngineYard is a supporter of the Ruby community. We also are a provider of cloud services, and those cloud services are supported. So the idea behind EngineYard is that if you have an open source technology and you need people to actually help you scale it and support it when you deploy, you can come to EngineYard. And so we can provide services that go around and make languages like Ruby and frameworks like Rails or Pedrino more effective for use and for actual deployment in production scenarios.